Hello, I am Jodi Ganovski, board certified doctor of natural health. I specialize in traditional naturopathy, and I'm very excited to share a little bit about these body balancing drops with you today. We're going to talk about balance, boost, and breakthrough. One of my favorite quotes is by Thomas Edison. He said, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause of prevention of disease." So I want to talk about why we're out of balance for a moment. If your lifestyle is out of balance, your body will be out of balance. If your body is out of balance, your hormones will be out of balance. And as a result of these imbalances, your mental and physical health will suffer. So why are we so out of balance, and how do we fix it? I want to talk about the 24/7 lifestyles that we're living in the Western culture here. There's a restaurant, there's a coffee shop on every corner, it seems, in America. There's fast food, coffee, ice cream, anytime, day or night available to us. Grocery stores, this blows my mind, have a natural food section or a healthy section. When we've gotten to a place in our culture where you go in the grocery store and you have to look for the healthy or the natural food section, something is wrong. Everything is over processed in a bag, a box, or a can, right? So we are, as a culture, are exhausted, we're overstimulated, we're overcaffeinated. Adrenal fatigue is a real problem. Chronic worry, stress, and fear, just even consider what's happened since COVID, is leading to major cortisol imbalance. There are insane amounts of refined carbs, white sugar, and processed foods, which leads to insulin imbalances. I would say many people are always hungry and never satisfied. And this is related to the ghrelin and the leptin hormones, which we're going to talk about, being out of balance. And we want to address those four hormones primarily in this little mini lecture to bring the body back into balance. So I want to ask if you experience any of the following signs of hormone imbalance. In men, it would be low mood, feelings of depression, high blood pressure, suppressed sex drive, erectile dysfunction, low energy, weight fluctuations, diminished physical strength and endurance, decreased bone strength, loss of body hair, and diabetes. And then in women, irritability and mood swings, migraines, food cravings, especially sugar, unusually heavy menstrual cycles, endometriosis and fibroids, suppressed sex drive, weight fluctuations, hot flashes and night sweats, and trouble sleeping. This is what I call toxic, stuck, and swollen. And these are just the words that came to me as I really began to think and pray about what's going on in our culture. We're toxic, stuck, and swollen. And the way to get out of that negative pattern and lifestyle perpetuation is to focus on these three things: elimination, assimilation, and inflammation. And I will talk about these until I'm blue in the face, because these are the three things that, as a result of stress and chronic systemic inflammation, we are having trouble with. Chronic lifestyle diseases are rooted in an imbalance when it comes to elimination, assimilation, and systemic inflammation. So when the body is stressed and inflamed, it does become toxic. We need to eliminate, we need to detoxify. Stuck, we need to release, we need to digest, we need to assimilate. And swollen, which is the inflammation part. And inflammation just really wreaks havoc on every body system, every organ in our bodies. So relief will come through detoxification and digestion. We're going to talk about that. Anti-inflammatory foods, supplements, and lifestyle adjustments. And this is where the body balancing drops come in. I love this quote by Benjamin Franklin: "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." So what are the body balancing drops? They are an all-natural solution to imbalance in the body. They are homeopathic. There are 2 bottles. We'll talk about this in a moment, but one of them is only homeopathic ingredients. And this is as clean, as natural, as gentle as you can get when it comes to ingredients. They are so clean, both bottles, even the second bottle, which is called Accelerate, and it gives this steady energy and steady calm. The ingredients are so clean. No hormones, no stimulants. There's less than 1 milligram of caffeine in the entire bottle. It improves, the body balancing drops will improve mood, sleep, inflammation, and stress resilience. They will curb cravings, change appetite, and help with weight loss. They will address the 4 hormones that play a role in weight regulation and appetite. And I love this part. They meet people where they are. We don't have to beg people to come, become a raw vegan, because it's what I believe in, I'm convicted about, and I'm zealous about. I want you to do what I do. Be radical, and my husband would call it riot or revolution. These drops are riot or revolution. They are stirring things up. People who get it and are having experiences, you just can't tell them anything different. And then there's people who just in the conventional medical world don't fully understand, and it becomes more of a riot conversation. But when you meet people where they are, no matter how they're eating, how much they're exercising or hydrating, these drops begin to shift something in the body. And when people begin to look and feel good, they want to continue to look and feel good. So this is just a snapshot of the endocrine system. But I want to talk about cortisol, the stress hormone, the hunger hormone, which is ghrelin, and the blood sugar hormone, which is insulin. So cortisol, involved in regulating salt, insulin, blood pressure, and immunity. When the body is placed under stress, cortisol causes the body to store more calories as fat, in particular the visceral fat, also known as the killer fat, and it changes a person's metabolism. Cortisol also directly suppresses pancreatic insulin release, and this hormone, cortisol, is known as the stress hormone. You'll see here when it's out of balance, it leads to a weakened immune system, heart disease, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, digestive issues, nerve problems, anxiety, depression, and headaches. So ghrelin, also known as the hunger hormone, ghrelin levels increase when you're fasting, starving, or low on energy. And ghrelin is secreted from the stomach and peripheral tissues, and it stimulates appetite and food intake. So let's look at ghrelin. Affects the gastrointestinal tract, affects several cell types, the liver, the pancreas, the brain, regulation of appetite, growth hormone release, and the cardiovascular system, also the skeletal muscle regulation of energy consumption. Insulin. So I put this graphic of insulin resistance here because it's kind of mainstream conversation these days. But insulin affects weight regulation by allowing the body to convert carbs into energy. And insulin also promotes the storage of glucose in muscle, liver, and fat cells, also known as the blood sugar hormone. So let's look at the insulin resistance cycle. You eat food, then your body makes insulin. Your cells resist the insulin. Then the sugar stores as fat. You feel tired and hungry, so you eat food again. And you're constantly out of balance when you're in that cycle. Leptin is the 4th hormone. It's made primarily in adipose tissue, which is also known as body fat. The amount of leptin in the blood is directly related to the amount of body fat you have. Higher levels of fat result in higher levels of leptin. And leptin's primary function is to help control body weight and food intake. It signals the brain and says you have enough stored energy, stop eating, you're full now. So it's known as the satiety hormone. And when that signal is disrupted and the brain doesn't get the message, that's when people just eat and eat and eat and never feel satisfied. It helps regulate the synthesis of thyroid hormones increases the heart rate if it's out of balance, regulates the menstrual cycle. So you can see what would happen if it's not in balance. The menstrual cycle would be irregular, regulates appetite, activates immune cells, and when out of balance, can cause high blood pressure as well. HGH, I want to talk about this fifth kind of tucking it in here, hormone known as human growth hormone. Let's go ahead and look at the benefits over here on the right. Improves memory and cognition, better sleep, reduces the risk of heart disease, supports weight loss, facilitates the healing of broken bones, fights erectile dysfunction, and improves muscle strength and athletic performance. So the release of HGH happens during sleep, during that deep REM sleep. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I'm going to share what I call a dynamic duo product called Renew that works in tandem with these body balancing drops. I'm going to share the importance of deep sleep. And when we're sleeping deeply, we get in that REM sleep, the body produces HGH. Actually, 95% of the body's HGH is produced in that deep sleep. So the release of HGH during sleep is a critical part of the way your body is restored while you're sleeping. In addition to helping your body repair itself during sleep, HGH also promotes a healthy metabolism, enhances your physical and mental performance, helps you live a long and healthy life, helps the body build muscle and recover after exercise, and it's essential for growth, tissue regeneration, and muscle development. It begins to decline in our 30s. And just, I call it the vitality hormone because when you have it, you feel younger. And when you don't, you don't. So not getting enough sleep can interrupt the body's ability to produce and release HGH, which can slow down post-workout recovery. Not getting enough sleep also, by the way, is just a hot topic for me. It is the fruit of a 24/7 society. People wake up and have coffee throughout the day, loaded with sugar, and then need wine or alcohol at night to settle down, or sleeping pills. And there's this vicious cycle of never really getting that full night of restful, deep sleep in which the body restores and detoxifies and produces HGH. So we actually have a product that's amazing for that. And so when you're not getting enough sleep, it interrupts the body's ability to produce and release HGH. That can slow down post-workout recovery, can also lead to short-term issues like trouble concentrating, memory problems, and dozing off during the day. Over time, poor sleep contributes to chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. So do you see why those are called lifestyle diseases? That's one reason. Our lifestyle is contributing to our inability to sleep, among other things. So HGH is known as the vitality hormone. So I want to talk quickly about the Trifecta Pack. This is my favorite 3 ingredients to recommend to people who want balance, boost, and breakthrough. I call it the Balance, Boost, and Breakthrough Pack. The Slender Eyes, again, 2 bottles I mentioned earlier. The one on the left is comprised of 10 homeopathic remedies. The one on the right, you have B12, you have biotin, you have ashwagandha, you have a proprietary energy blend that's got some green tea extract in it, rhodiola. It's just this incredible blend of steady energy and steady calm. So it's a unique homeopathic formula, controls appetite, stimulates metabolism, increases energy, boosts mood, supports weight management, helps normalize body processes, enhances body's response to stress significantly. It's gluten-free, all natural, and hormone-free. And the Renew, this is the product that actually boosts HGH, does not contain any human growth hormone. It is expertly formulated to trigger human growth hormone production. And it does that by helping you with that restorative deep sleep, promotes deeper, more restorative sleep, increases libido, stamina, and pleasure, reduces body fat, and increases lean muscle, as well as muscle recovery. promotes youthful looking skin and hair, helps with that elasticity, improves mood and energy, and improves cell regeneration. Combats the natural aging process, promotes youth and vitality. And then noni, gosh, I love this stuff. Promotes overall health and wellness. This is a juice from the super fruit, the noni fruit in Tahiti. It's called Tahitian noni. Promotes overall health and wellness, supports a healthy immune system, helps boost energy and endurance, helps sustain joint health and promote mobility, supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals and protect against oxidative damage. Powerful adaptogens support balanced stress response and supports mood balancing effects. So those of you who relate when I say fight or flight, and you know that you've lived in that season or had extenuating circumstances over long periods of time that have caused you to live in that fight or flight response, these 3 products are going to radically improve your stress resilience and your stress response. Very powerful. So what does balance look and feel like, and how will I know if the products are working for me? And this is what I hear on average from most people that I share with, and I can say even for myself and my husband, I'm down 12 pounds in 2 months. I love that. I'm not having to starve myself. I don't have crazy cravings. I am losing weight at a healthy rate. I have more energy, deeper sleep. I wake up refreshed. My mood has improved significantly. I'm 50 years old this year, and that, season of life where mood and hormones are wild and unpredictable, I have noticed a significant improvement in my mood, increase in libido. We hear that from a lot of people. Reduction in inflammation. I've heard stories of joint pain completely disappearing. Weight and inches lost. This is a big one. I hear this from almost every single person that I've shared with. Better elimination and digestion for sure, less brain fog, a boost in immunity, and an overall sense of well-being. So ask the person who shared this video with you for more information on these products. I hope you have a great experience.